Breaking news, Vikings fans, coming out of Minnesota as the Vikings make a move that no one saw coming. Safety Theo Jackson has just secured his future with the team in a deal that could have major implications for the defense. What does this mean for the secondary, and how will it impact the team's strategy going forward? Stay with us as we break it all down. Theo Jackson, who originally joined the Vikings from the Tennessee Titans practice squad in 2022, has steadily become a crucial depth piece for the team's defense. Though he has primarily played on special teams, logging an impressive 340 snaps last season. He has shown flashes of potential when called upon in critical moments. During Week 16 against the Seahawks, Jackson stepped up in place of an injured Harrison Smith, delivering a game-sealing interception against Geno Smith to secure a dramatic 27-24 road victory for Minnesota. This moment cemented his value as more than just a rotational player and raised questions about his future role within the team. With his extension now finalized, Jackson is set to remain with the Vikings as the franchise faces uncertainties at the safety position. Both starting safeties from last season, Cameron Bynum and Harrison Smith, have uncertain futures. Bynum is approaching free agency, while Smith, at 36 years old, is contemplating retirement. This could mean Jackson is being positioned for an expanded role in the defensive scheme, or, at the very least, as a crucial insurance policy for the Vikings' secondary. Beyond his defensive contributions, Jackson has made himself indispensable on special teams, a role that often goes unnoticed, but is vital to team success. In his time with Minnesota, he has appeared in 43 games, making key plays when given the opportunity. His development has not gone unnoticed by the coaching staff, and his versatility has allowed him to step in at multiple positions, including dime linebacker, slot corner, and deep safety. Coaches have praised his ability to adapt and execute. His new deal ensures that the Vikings maintain depth at the safety position while giving Jackson an opportunity to continue growing into a more significant role as the team navigates key off-season decisions. How will Jackson's extension affect the team's plans for the secondary? And what does this move signal about the future of Minnesota's defense? Stay tuned as we analyze the impact of this signing. Jackson's journey with the Vikings began when the team signed him from the Titans practice squad in 2022. Since then, he has worked his way into becoming a reliable presence in the secondary. Despite not being a full-time starter, he has made key contributions whenever given the opportunity. Last season, he played in all 17 regular season games, proving his durability and value to the team. His most notable moment came in Week 16 when he stepped up in a high-pressure situation against the Seahawks with the game on the line. He intercepted Geno Smith, securing a crucial victory for Minnesota. This game-changing play showcased his ability to rise to the occasion and demonstrated why the Vikings see potential in him moving forward. Beyond his impact on defense, Jackson has been a core special teams player, logging significant snaps in this role. His ability to contribute in multiple areas of the game has made him an asset to the coaching staff, who appreciate his versatility. While he has played limited defensive snaps over the years, the team values his ability to step in when needed, especially with uncertainty surrounding the starting safeties. Minnesota's decision to extend Jackson's contract comes at a time when the safety position is in flux. Cameron Bynum is set to become a free agent, and Harrison Smith is contemplating retirement. This makes Jackson's role even more important, as he could see an increase in playing time depending on how the offseason unfolds. The Vikings coaching staff has consistently praised Jackson's adaptability. His ability to play multiple positions, including dime linebacker, slot corner, and deep safety, has given the defense more flexibility, allowing defensive coordinator Brian Flores to experiment with different alignments. The extension signals that the team sees him as more than just a backup. He is viewed as a player who can step into a larger role if necessary, with questions surrounding the futures of other key defensive backs. Jackson's presence provides the Vikings with a level of stability as they head into an important offseason. This move also indicates that the team is prioritizing continuity within their secondary rather than relying solely on new acquisitions in free agency. Or, the draft Jackson's contract extension shows that the organization values his contributions and believes in his potential development. The deal ensures that he remains a part of the team's long-term defensive plans, giving the Vikings a dependable depth piece who can make plays when called upon. Jackson's new deal ensures stability in a secondary that could undergo major changes, with Cameron Bynum heading toward free agency and Harrison Smith considering retirement. The Vikings needed to secure depth at the safety position. Jackson's ability to step into different roles has made him a valuable asset in defensive coordinator Brian Flores' system, where versatility is key. While he has spent most of his time on special teams, his impact on defense has grown whenever injuries have forced him into action. Jackson's ability to contribute in multiple roles has made him a reliable backup and a potential candidate for an expanded role next season. Despite not being a full-time starter, he has already recorded multiple interceptions and several key pass breakups in critical moments. One of the reasons the Vikings prioritized extending Jackson was his ability to adapt to various defensive schemes. Minnesota's defense has undergone significant adjustments over the past few seasons, and Jackson has managed to fit into different alignments, proving his worth beyond special teams. While some might view him primarily as a special teams player, his recent performances indicate that the team sees greater potential in him beyond that role. Jackson's contract extension also highlights Minnesota's approach to roster building. Rather than looking exclusively at outside options in free agency, the team has chosen to reward a player who has developed within the system under Flores' guidance. Jackson has refined his skills to become a more complete player, capable of stepping up when needed with the team's long-term future in mind. This move signals confidence in Jackson's ability to take on more defensive responsibilities. If either Bynum or Smith does not return next season, Jackson's impact has been most evident in key moments, particularly in games where his defensive contributions have been crucial. His interception against Seattle in Week 16 is a prime example of his ability to deliver under pressure, showing that he is more than just a depth piece. His ability to read the quarterback and make plays in critical situations is something the coaching staff values highly. As Minnesota prepares for the upcoming season, Jackson's continued development will be something to watch. With the potential changes in the secondary, he may find himself in a much larger role depending on how the offseason unfolds. Jackson's contract extension not only secures his future in Minnesota, but also signals the Vikings' commitment to maintaining depth and versatility in their secondary, with the team's two starting safeties from last season potentially departing this offseason. Jackson's ability to play multiple roles becomes even more valuable over the past 3 seasons. He has developed into a trusted backup and special teams contributor, logging a total of 222 defensive snaps and proving his reliability when called upon. Beyond his ability to step in on defense, Jackson has made his mark on special teams, playing a staggering 875 special teams snaps throughout his tenure with the Vikings. This level of involvement demonstrates his importance in the team's overall strategy, contributing to field position battles and key moments that often go unnoticed by casual fans. His ability to perform in high-pressure situations was showcased during the Vikings' Week 16 victory over Seattle, where he not only secured the game-winning interception but also provided critical coverage support. Throughout the game, Jackson's consistent improvement has been a key factor in the coaching staff's decision to retain him. His strong performance during training camp in both 2023 and 2024 caught the attention of the defensive staff, earning him more opportunities within the rotation. Despite being behind established starters, he continued to refine his technique and demonstrated a deep understanding of the defensive scheme, which is crucial in a system that demands adaptability, with the Vikings prioritizing continuity in their defensive roster. Jackson's role is expected to expand significantly. If Cameron Bynum does not return in free agency, the team will need a reliable option to step in alongside Josh Metellus. And with Harrison Smith's potential retirement looming, Jackson could be one of the key pieces in a restructured secondary. The organization's decision to invest in him reflects their belief in his potential to transition from a rotational player to a more consistent contributor. The coaching staff has lauded Jackson's football IQ and ability to quickly adjust to different roles. Within the defensive coordinator Brian Flores has placed a premium on players who can execute multiple assignments effectively, and Jackson fits that mold perfectly. His ability to shift between deep safety, slot corner, and even dime linebacker provides the Vikings with much-needed flexibility, particularly as they face an offseason filled with uncertainty. The 2-year extension ensures that Jackson remains part of Minnesota's defensive plans, while also giving him the opportunity to further establish himself as a playmaker in the secondary. His progression from a practice squad addition to a dependable depth piece speaks volumes about his work ethic and determination. As the Vikings look ahead to the next season, Jackson's continued development will be crucial in maintaining stability within the secondary. One of the most intriguing aspects of Jackson's contract extension is what it suggests about the Vikings' future plans at the safety position, with Cameron Bynum approaching free agency and Harrison Smith contemplating retirement. The team needed to ensure they had reliable depth in place. Jackson's ability to step up in crucial moments has positioned him as a viable option for an increased role. If either starting safety from last season does not return, his versatility has been one of his strongest attributes, allowing the Vikings coaching staff to use him in a variety of defensive packages. Whether playing deep safety, slot corner, or even filling in as a dime linebacker, Jackson has proven he can adapt to different assignments. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores has placed a high value on players who can execute multiple roles effectively, and Jackson fits that mold perfectly. Despite limited defensive snaps, he has managed to make a strong impression with his ability to read plays, anticipate quarterback movements, and make impactful tackles in coverage. His game-sealing interception against the Seahawks last season was just one example of how he can step up when needed, showing that he possesses the instincts and playmaking ability required to thrive at the NFL level. While Jackson's role in the defense has been somewhat limited due to the presence of more established starters, he has consistently made the most of his opportunities in his 3 seasons with the Vikings. He has totaled 47 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 4 passes defensed, showcasing his ability to contribute in multiple ways on the field. His contributions on special teams have also been invaluable, playing a total of 875 snaps in that phase of the game. His ability to excel in both defensive and special team situations is a key reason why the organization saw value in extending his contract. Another crucial factor in Jackson's extension is the stability it provides to the Vikings. Secondary Minnesota has had to navigate roster uncertainty in recent seasons, with key players departing via free agency or retirement. By securing Jackson for the next 2 years, the team has ensured that they have a dependable option who is familiar with the defensive scheme and can step in when needed. His development since being signed from the Titans practice squad in 2022 has been notable, as he has steadily worked his way into a more prominent role on the roster. While his journey has been one of patience and perseverance, the trust the coaching staff has placed in him speaks volumes about his growth and potential heading into the new season. Jackson's ability to adapt to the Vikings' evolving defensive strategy will be crucial. The team is expected to make additional moves in the secondary, whether through free agency or the draft. But Jackson's presence provides a layer of continuity that will help minimize any disruptions as Minnesota looks to build a strong defensive unit for the future. Jackson's contract extension not only rewards him for his contributions, but also solidifies the depth of the team's secondary, ensuring they have a reliable option moving forward. As the Vikings finalize their offseason plans, Jackson's extension stands as a strategic move that not only solidifies depth in the secondary, but also ensures stability amid potential roster changes. The team's decision to retain him for the next 2 years reflects their confidence in his ability to contribute on both defense and special teams. While he has primarily been a rotational player and special teams stand out, his steady development signals that the organization sees him as more than just a backup in Minnesota's evolving defensive system. Versatility is a crucial asset, and Jackson has repeatedly demonstrated his ability to line up in multiple positions. His adaptability has been particularly valuable as the coaching staff seeks to maximize efficiency within the defensive unit. His contract extension also highlights the Vikings' preference for developing in-house talent. Rather than relying solely on outside acquisitions, Jackson's presence on the roster provides an immediate solution for a team that could face significant transitions in the safety position. In addition to Bynum's free agency and Smith's potential retirement, the Vikings' defense as a whole is undergoing adjustments as they look to build a more cohesive unit. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores has emphasized the importance of having players who can execute multiple roles effectively, and Jackson fits that description perfectly. His ability to step in during key moments has proven that he can be relied upon in high-pressure situations beyond his on-field performance. Jackson's extension is also a testament to his standing within the locker room. Teammates and coaches have praised his work ethic and dedication, which have played a key role in his development over the past 3 seasons. His story from being a practice squad pickup to earning a multi-year extension is a reflection of his perseverance and commitment to his craft as the new season approaches. Jackson will have the opportunity to prove himself further, depending on how the team's roster shapes up. He could see an increase in defensive snaps and a more defined role in the rotation with free agency, and the draft looming. Minnesota will continue to evaluate its defensive needs, but Jackson's extension ensures that they already have a reliable option in place. His journey is far from over, and with a new contract secured, he now has the chance to take another step forward in his career. Minnesota's faith in him suggests that they believe he has the potential to be more than just a depth piece, but rather a key contributor to the team's long-term defensive success. How will the Vikings secondary evolve with Jackson's extension? And what impact will this move have on their overall defensive strategy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on your Minnesota Vikings. Thank you for tuning in. Go Vikings!